The peak of our Premier League matches this weekend sees Liverpool do battle with Man City at the Etihad. My name is Benedict Ngwenya from Soccer Betting News.
Liverpool's impressive record against the big guns in England will be put to the test once more when they face Manchester City this weekend. My name is Jesse Nagel from Soccer Betting News.
So, Jesse, Liverpool have had a recent, I suppose, superiority over their opponents in the last 5 matches, managing to beat them 4 times, and Pep Guardiola has never beaten Jurgen Klopp as a Premier League manager.
Yeah, well, that's Liverpool against every big side in England. I think the last time Manchester City did manage to beat Liverpool was Manuel Pellegrini's final game in charge, that League Cup success over the Reds.
And I spoke to one of my friends, actually, who supports Liverpool. He says he wishes they play they always play the big teams because they rise to the occasion whenever they play against the top 4 teams.
Well, I think things might be a bit different this time, and this is how I think Manchester City should line up. Okay, so I'm expecting Pep Guardiola to go with the 4-4-2 formation. In goal, Ederson. Back 4 of Kyle Walker, Vincent Kompany, Nicolas Otamendi and Benjamin Mendy. In the midfield, I've gone with David Silva and Fernandinho, with Kevin De Bruyne on the left and Bernardo Silva on the right. Up top, I'm expecting Gabriel Jesus and Sergio Aguero to form a formidable front two.
Jesse, Pep Guardiola has always played 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. Why do you think he will go with the 4-4-2 formation this time around?
Well, because he's got so much firepower up front. He's got Gabriel Jesus, Sergio Aguero. There's Leroy Sané on the bench that are left out as well, who I'm a big fan of. And Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva. There's just too much attacking quality over there for Guardiola.
We've seen his side battle against Jurgen Klopp's gegenpressing, as he likes to call it. Do you think the defense, the signings that he has made at the back, the likes of Kyle Walker and Mendy, will be able to contain that threat?
Well, you got to see Vincent Kompany is almost like a new signing as well because he missed so much of last season through injury. But Kyle Walker and Benjamin Mendy are two of the best, one of the best fullbacks in the league. So I'm expecting him to come good.
Your midfield of Silva and Fernandinho. Yaya Toure is not there. So what's the story?
Well, he hasn't been there for the first couple of games, and Guardiola's obviously not a fan of the big Ivorian. But Fernandinho can do some dirty work, and David Silva, he's not going to do so much defensively, but this is a home game for Guardiola. He needs to put Liverpool on the back foot.
And let's talk about your front two. When Gabriel Jesus came into the picture, everyone was saying, okay, Sergio Aguero's going to sit on the bench, but now they're both gaining game time. What's your take there?
Yeah, well, he came halfway through the season in January because, he was signed, he was still with Palmeiras, his former club. When he came, he started off scoring, got injured, came back, scored. He's a guy who just loves finding the back of the net. And in Sergio Aguero, his Premier League record speaks for itself, so yeah.
All right, let me show you how I think Jurgen Klopp is going to line up. I've decided to go with the German tactician's favoured 4-3-3 formation. Simon Mignolet in goals. He's the first choice keeper. Gomez and Robertson to be the 2 fullbacks and the centre-back pairing of Joel Matip and Dejan Lovren. Jordan Henderson, the captain, to anchor the midfield with Philippe Coutinho and Jorginho Wijnaldum either side of him. And the emphatic front 3 of Mohamed Salah, Roberto Firmino and Sadio Mane.
So, Benedict, you went with Simon Mignolet ahead of Loris Karius. Why?
I know there's been a lot of confusion and people have been arguing as to who's the best, but I think Simon Mignolet is more experienced in the Premier League and is the first choice keeper. I know Karius had a brilliant game against Arsenal 2 weeks ago, but when you're playing against a team of City's caliber, you need a first choice keeper to be in goals.
And Andrew Robertson became a dad 2 weeks ago, so that's why he missed the game against Arsenal. I see you put him back in your lineup?
Yeah, Alberto Moreno for me is good offensively, but when it comes to his primary duty, which is to defend, he's been very shaky there.
I'm not going to go too much in the back line because, they can be a bit shaky. So onto the midfield. Philippe Coutinho. That whole handing in a transfer request, I see you put him in your lineup?
He's back. The transfer window has closed and he didn't go to Barcelona. So he's their best player, their top scorer, their player of the season last season. So he has to be in the lineup.
So even the fact that he handed in a transfer request and said, listen, I want to play for Barcelona.
He's back now. He's part of Liverpool. So he has to play.
100%.
And I know most people would have expected me to include Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain because he's been signed from Arsenal. But I think it's too early to just, put him in there. Maybe in the second half, bring him on.
Especially at centre mid because he wants to play there.
That's where he wants to play. But he's going to be competing with the likes of Emre Can, Jorginho Wijnaldum, Philippe Coutinho. It's going to be very interesting.
And the captain, Jordan Henderson, of course.
It's going to be very interesting to see.
Your front 3, electrifying.
There's goals all over that front three. Sadio Mane, goal machine. Roberto Firmino has been in impressive scoring run over the past couple of games, and Mohamed Salah as well. I mean, his great speed and creativity.
Now, is that enough to claim all 3 points at Manchester?
The front three can press Man City. We know they like to play from the back. So the front three is good enough to stop them from playing out from the back, and the midfield is going to be able to match the Man City midfield pound for pound. So I'm expecting Liverpool to win this one.
I'm actually going to go with Manchester City. I think Pep Guardiola might get one over Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, I know Man City are priced as favourites.
They're 17-20.
Wait.
So, yeah.
I think that price is wrong. I'm expecting Liverpool to win the match.
Yeah, Liverpool are priced at 28-10, which is a good value bet, but I just see Manchester City coming away with 3 points.
So what do you think? Let us know. Leave your comments below. Like our page or subscribe. I'll say Liverpool win this one, and Jesse reckons
Manchester City.
For more soccer betting tips and previews, get yourself a copy of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Bets branch.